So y'all, when King Solomon's decision reached Israel, the people were in awe of King Solomon, for they saw the wisdom God had given him. They saw this great gift that God, I'm going somewhere, I promise y'all. They saw this great gift that God had given him. And then in 1 Kings chapter 3, 23 through 27, Solomon made a wise choice. He helped someone make a wise decision in their own life. He never intended to kill the baby, but he knew the real mother would step forward if he tried. Are y'all listening to me? So Solomon, y'all, from the onset of his reign as king, he was living the good life. He had a wonderful gift. Hear me? I need the singles to catch this. He had a wonderful gift that God had given him. He was able to quote proverbs and talk some sense into people and help people themselves become wise because of his own godly wisdom. He was living the good life. He was living the God kind of life. At this point, y'all, Solomon had everything going his way. Sister Donna, in fact, if you read chapter 10, it shares with us that not only was Solomon wise, but he was wealthy. So he had wisdom and he was caked up. Chapter 10, around verse 14, outlines all of what he possessed. All because he made a conscious decision to follow and walk wholeheartedly and listen to God at this point in his life. So Solomon was wise. He was an asset, a valuable asset to others as he helped them to make wise decisions in their own lives. Solomon was wise in every area of life, except when it came to relationships. I did all that to get here. He had it going on, but when it came to relationships, he was a fool. Y'all know some singles, not none of y'all, but y'all know some singles like that. They got 10 degrees. They're in the upper grade of their employment. They always getting a promotion. They got stuff going their way. I mean, they got it going on, man. They always got money. Amen, because they know how to save. They just got all these different things going on in their life. They are a gifted individual. But when it comes to relationship, they don't. I wish I had a witness in here. Just don't have it going on when it comes to relationships. And Shawnee, that's how Solomon was. His biggest mistakes came when it was time for him to hook up with a woman. And this was because he was more controlled by his passions than he was God's purpose for who God had for his life. And whenever you are more controlled by your passions than you are for the one God had, for the purpose of the one God has for your life, you will always jump over God and choose somebody God don't want for you. All of us have made that mistake. All of us have jumped over God and said, I know what you said, but I like what I see. Come on now. All of us. And most of us in here have regretted it. Yes. Yes. I said most of us in here have regretted it. Yes. Amen. And so I want to submit to every single in this place today that it is of critical importance that you do not be so controlled by your passions that you miss your God-ordained purpose when it comes down to a dating relationship. Listen, and please don't miss this. I don't know if this is going to be on the screen or not. When it comes down to you considering dating and hooking up with someone, you absolutely cannot leave God out of the process. Let me say that again. That's a tweetable right there. I hope some of y'all on Twitter right now. You got my permission to get on your phone and start tweeting. Most of y'all have Twitter accounts. Watch this. When it comes down to you considering dating and hooking up with someone, you absolutely cannot leave God out of the process. You made that mistake once and look where it got you. Look where it got you. You made that mistake once, maybe twice, maybe 3 times, maybe 10 times. And look where it got you. You cannot leave God out of the process. Was this decision God orchestrated? Are y'all listening to me? So Solomon, y'all, as we're going to find out, and we're going to discover, he had a major issue. And he displayed little to no wisdom when it came down to whom he should hook up with. In fact, he had a few problems. I'm going to give you 2 today. We're going to discuss them over the next few minutes.